Hello, everyone. I am your companion on the journey of understanding yourself and your relationships. Today, we are going to talk about a topic that is both painful and deeply haunting: regret in love. Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m., picked up your phone, and asked yourself, why am I still craving someone who once broke my heart? You know they are not good for you. You know going back would be a mistake. But that feeling of longing keeps crashing over you like a powerful wave. You are not alone. Research from Northwestern University reveals a shocking number. Nearly 50% of women share the same biggest regret in life, which is regret about a past relationship. This rate among women, 44%, is more than double that of men, which is only 19%. So the question is, why do we regret the one that got away so much? Why do we often regret the things we did not do to save the relationship more than the things we actually did? Today, as your mentor, I am going to break down the psychological matrix and the chemicals that are holding your brain hostage. We will explore why the pain of a breakup is actually a symptom of psychological withdrawal. And by the end of this video, I will reveal a shocking truth, a twist that might completely change the way you see love and suffering. If you have ever felt stuck in memories of your ex, comment "I have been there" right below this video. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe, because what comes next will help you break free from your own psychological chains. 1. The slot machine trap. Intermittent reinforcement. The first thing I want you to understand is why you cannot walk away, even when the relationship is clearly toxic. Psychology calls this intermittent reinforcement. Imagine you are standing in front of a slot machine in a casino. If that machine never paid out, you would walk away after 5 minutes. But if every now and then, in a completely random and unpredictable way, it gives you a small win, you would stay hooked for hours. Love works the same way. Your partner treats you badly. They are cold. They disappear. That is when you lose. But just when you are about to give up, they suddenly give you flowers, a sweet apology, or a passionate night. That is when you hit the jackpot. Your brain then releases a surge of dopamine, the neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and addiction. This instability is what makes you addicted to hope. You start excusing their bad behavior just because of those rare sweet moments. A pattern to recognize: your relationship feels like a roller coaster. At times you are extremely happy. At other times you are in deep pain. You are living off emotional crumbs, but convincing yourself it is a feast. 2. When your identity gets blurred. Self-concept. Clarity. Why do you feel like a lost soul after a breakup? It is because your sense of self becomes unclear. When you love someone for too long, the boundary between me and us starts to disappear. Research shows that people with an anxious attachment style often define their self-worth through their partner. When the relationship ends, you are not just losing a partner. You feel like you are losing your identity. I once had a student named Mia. After her breakup, she did not even know what food she liked or where she wanted to go, because for 5 years she had been living entirely based on her boyfriend's preferences. The urge to go back to your ex is actually a desperate attempt to find yourself again. But the truth is this: you do not need them to complete yourself. You are simply afraid of facing the emptiness in the mirror. 3. The foot in the door effect. There is a subtle psychological mechanism that makes you accept worse and worse behavior over time. It is called the foot in the door effect. The rule is simple: when someone asks you for a small favor and you agree, you are more likely to accept bigger requests later to stay consistent. In a toxic relationship, it starts with forgiving a small lie. Then you forgive them for ignoring your feelings. And before you realize it, you find yourself excusing serious mistakes, even betrayal. You tell yourself, I have invested too much into this relationship. I cannot quit now. Psychology calls this cognitive dissonance. To reduce the pain of seeing your actions staying conflict with your belief that you deserve respect, you begin to change your beliefs to fit that painful reality. 4. The 7 stages of the dumper's remorse. There is a question I get all the time. Why is it that just when I start to heal, they come back and turn my life upside down? The person who left you also goes through very specific psychological stages. Stage 1, complete certainty. They feel relieved and confident about leaving you. Stage 2 and 3, justification and defense. They focus on your flaws to prove they made the right choice. Stage 4, they are really gone. This is when you apply the no contact rule, and they begin to realize they have truly lost you. Stage 5, nostalgic reverie. Their brain filters out the bad memories and keeps only the good ones. Stage 6 and 7, fear of loss and regret. When they see you glowing again, maybe even with someone new, fear kicks in and they reach out. But be careful. Sometimes they come back only to get a temporary emotional fix, like replaying an old game until they get bored again. And now, get ready for a truth that might shock you. Let me ask you this. Do you think you are craving your ex because you love them deeply? Because they are your destiny or your soulmate? The truth is, you do not love them as much as you think. What you are experiencing is a biochemical bond from hell. When you are in a chaotic relationship, your brain is flooded with a toxic mix of chemicals. When they hurt you, your body releases cortisol, stress, and adrenaline, fear. When they comfort you, your brain is flooded with oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and dopamine, the reward chemical. This extreme up and down creates a trauma bond so strong that it literally rewires your brain. You are not missing him or her. You are craving the relief from stress that they gave you after being the very source of that stress. Real love brings peace and stability. The kind of love that leaves you obsessed, regretful, and emotionally drained is not love. It is a form of chemical addiction. You're like someone digging through the trash trying to find an old dose, even though you know it is full of poison. Pause for a moment. Do you see yourself in this truth? If you do, comment, "I choose to wake up." And let us move to the most important part, how to break free. Any relationship can become a lesson if you allow yourself to learn from it. To escape the cycle of regret and psychological addiction, here's the path I want you to follow, starting today as your mentor. First, apply the no contact rule completely. Do not treat this as a trick to get your ex back. Treat it as detox. Your brain needs time to clear out excess cortisol and dopamine so your rational mind can return. Second, write a truth journal. When nostalgic feelings hit, your brain will trick you into believing the past was beautiful. Take a notebook and list every time they made you cry, every time they lied, every time they disrespected you. Whenever you feel like texting them, read that list again. Third, rebuild your support system. Do not isolate yourself. Research shows that people with strong support from friends and family are far more likely to leave toxic relationships. Healthy social connection is the antidote to loneliness. Fourth, accept regret as a teacher. Do not try to push it away. Feel it deeply, but use it as fuel to change your behavior in the future. Your ex is just a closed chapter, so you can write brighter ones ahead. My dear friends, the healing journey is never easy, but it begins the moment you dare to face the truth. If this video helped you understand something about yourself, then like the video to spread this message to other women who need it. Comment the most valuable lesson you learned from this script. Share this video with your best friend, the one who is still crying over someone who does not deserve her. And finally, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We will meet again in the next video to build a more confident and happier version of yourself. Remember this, you do not need your ex to feel worthy. Your value lies in your courage to let go of what no longer serves your happiness. Goodbye for now, and I will see you in the journeys ahead.